Hey kids, it's me, Tony, the stubborn stitcher. Woo! How is everyone? Welcome to August. Today is August the 3rd. How can that be? How can that be? How can that be? Last year lasted 3 years, and this year's lasted like, I don't know. The world is topsy-turvy. But welcome to my floss tube number, I don't know, but it'll be on the title somewhere. And where I talk about my cross-stitching and or lack thereof and whatever else is going on. And I welcome you. I welcome you if you're new. Hi. We try to have a good time here. If you are not new, you came back. I'm so happy. So, I had to write notes. This is what happens when, This is what happens when you haven't done anything on floss tube for almost a month. And you have a lot of things you want to make sure you say. So, if you see me looking at this, yes, I'm cheating. So, yeah, so I think a lot of people, well, okay. So the title of my floss tube this time is Frustrations of a Floss Tuber. I think next month will be a year that I have been on floss tube. Ooh, we'll have to have a 1-year anniversary of sorts. But I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, what have I learned? What have I figured out? And I realized a lot of things just frustrate me. That frustrate me sometimes more now than a year ago. So I thought, well, I'm probably not the only person that feels this way. So I thought I would just share my frustration with you because I'm so special. Anyway, okay, so first of all, I would like somebody to tell me, where did the time go? Where did the time go? A year ago, everybody and their baby brother was producing floss tubes and multiple ones and bazillions and bazillions, and everybody was doing all this stuff. And then somebody sucked the time out of everything. And nobody has time to do floss tube anymore. I mean, some people do. There are those that are very diligent. I am not one of them. One of these days I hope to be, but I've just found that I'm not. I'm just not like this. This one I was going to do last, what was I going to do? Last Thursday or Friday. Something came up. So it was like, okay, I'm going to do it Friday. Then my husband's brother and his wife, who were supposed to come up on Saturday back from the coast, it was actually Friday. And so it ruined my afternoon. I mean, we had a lovely visit, but it ruined the afternoon I was going to do this. And then what happened Saturday? It just, it's like you get to that point, you're going, no, it's not really a good time. I'll do it the next day. And then Sunday came and that didn't work. And yesterday came and something happened. I can't even remember. Anyway, but we're here. It's Tuesday and we're here. Yay. Ha. But I have found that just sort of with the relaxation of all the things due to the virus that shall not be named and its little variant children, that there's less and less time. I mean, even for us. I mean, we're retired. We don't go that many places to begin with, but it just seems like there's more something in the air. So, and that's very frustrating. And then the second thing I was trying to see, so I want to know, has this been the same for you? I've heard different floss tubers say, you know, especially ones with kids are going back to school. All of a sudden you have to buy them supplies again, get them clothes, because, you know, they spend a year not having to worry about all that stuff. And of course, just about the time everybody's, you know, thinking, oh, we got this nipped in the bud, these little variant children show up, and it's crazy. I know more people now with you know what than I did last year. And mostly everybody I know this time has been vaccinated, which makes sense because most, you know, majority of people have been vaccinated. But it's just rampant where I am in Texas. It's not a happy day. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird for everybody, I think. So let me know. Okay, here's what I've learned in a year. The answer to this question: am I a process stitcher or a finish stitcher? Okay, so a process stitcher, for those that are new and hadn't really heard about it, is somebody who doesn't really care. You know, they enjoy the process of cross stitching. If it takes them 2 weeks to finish something, if it takes them 2 years, they don't care. They just enjoy it. It's, you know, it's calming, it's meditative. It's just something to do while you watch TV. It's fun. You know, you get to collect charts. They don't care if they ever stitch them. They just collect them. Maybe they put a few stitches in something. Maybe not. It goes in a big pile. Then there are the finish stitchers. These are the people. You know who they are, and you know who you are. That on FlossTube every week are saying, well, I had 2 finishes this week. I had 1 finish this week. I had 2 fully finished items, and I grew my own rutabaga. You know, I'm never going to be that person. But I kind of want to be that person, because it's like there's a part of me that says, well, what's the purpose of this if you never finish anything that seems kind of pointless? Isn't it? So the answer to this for me is, am I a process stitcher or a finish object stitcher? The answer is yes. Therein lies my frustration. You can't be both. Unless, well, you can be both, kinda, if you're 25 and you have many years in front of you to finish all the things you start. I do not. So this has made me crazy lately. So I think I have a plan for this. Oh, I'm sorry. And yes, does it look like I have teeth missing? I do. Okay, I'm just gonna say that real quick. So when you say, what's wrong with her teeth? I didn't notice it looks like she's got teeth missing. I do. I had to have a couple pulled, and you know, it'll get fixed up, but I haven't yet. So a big gaping hole right there. But I know it. And you know it. So now we both know that we both know it. Okay. So carry on. Anyway, so I think I have a plan. I always have a plan. Listen, I was a manager. I did a lot of project management. You have to have a plan. Even if the plan fails, you need to have a plan. So I'll have a plan. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. But so that's kind of it on that. And so this leads then to what have I been working on, and I will insert photos for the most part. I finally this is my big accomplishment. This does help me on the. It's not a finish per se. but it's a caught up, which is, for Sal, it's like a continuing finish. I don't know what you want to call it. That's what I'm going to call it. So my peppermint purple, it just, it kept getting kind of, I'll get to it. Because I've had a terrible time with allergies, with molds here in South Texas. Then the reason I have this is because I got an infection. Well, they weren't great to begin with, and then I got an infection, and let me tell you, I hate tooth infections. And it took me forever to get in because it was a whole rigmarole with the insurance and stuff. Meanwhile, I was in pain, so I didn't really feel like stitching. So, especially that, just kind of, and I ended up like 8 weeks behind almost. So, I finally got caught up. I had to do stuff even back to May. And then, on top of it, because you put in, when you see it, you'll understand, but so every week you get either a square or a rectangle, and it's black work. And there's an outline, and some people are diligent and did the whole thing. I've been doing, the boxes kind of as they come along. The only problem with that is you can put the box in the wrong place. I did that with a box like 15 weeks ago, and I didn't realize it till I went to do, the week that was actually 5 weeks later than that original box, and said, oh, that's not right. So I had to rip one out. I had to redo it. So on top of the ones I was just behind on, I had to redo one. And then, just as I was finishing up these two, I realized I put the one above it or in the wrong place. But guess what? It was an existing box. So it's just personalized now, okay? Because I'm not going to rip it out and make it exactly the same, because nobody will care. No one will know, and I'll forget because I'm old. Hey, that was a rhyme. Okay. So there's that. I'll insert a photo here. And then, what else am I working on? Oh, I'm working on my little fox, but that's more like mindless dribble. I'll get to, I'll finish it eventually, but I'm not in a big rush. And I'll put that here. And then what else? Oh, and then I have my Christmas reindeer, which is a Russian kit, and I've started it, but it's one of those, I do understand the whole process stitcher thing, because I kind of just enjoy putting stitches in it, and I have no plans to try to get it done by Christmas. So I'll put that here. I like the colors, it's pretty. And I still need to put my little Dimensions Christmas thing, which I may just put off until another time. I was gonna card it up, and then I didn't have, I bought like one of those little things for because it didn't come with one. It didn't come with a
floss holder.
And I got one, but it wasn't big enough because those stupid dimension kits, still give you like 30 different colors. So I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not. And then, that'll be plans. Okay, so the reason I'm talking really fast is my battery's going to die. So I'm hoping I can get through this before that. So we're going to go to, and now it's time for haul. What have I gotten? Well, I'll show you. First of all, before I run out of time, okay, I'm sort of a nerd in a certain way, because I was like a history minor in college. So there's a part of me that's kind of nerdy. And so it carries over. So since I'm doing, needlework type stuff, there's a woman by the name of Tanya Bentham. Tanya, I'm sorry. Anyway, she does medieval embroidery, and she has a floss tube or a YouTube channel and IG, Instagram and everything called Opus Anglicanum, which is basically medieval stitching. And she wrote a book, and I bought the book. And there it is. Look, isn't that cool? Look at that. I decided it's sort of like the fiber equivalent to Chaucer, or the medieval equivalent to anime, because it's just kind of interesting artwork. I mean, this is real stuff. This is not, some of it makes no sense. I'll show you the back cover. Anyway, it's really cool. It has a story. She's got all sorts of photos and instructions, and you know, you can kind of do your own. And one of these days, I'll do one. But I'll put the link in case you're nerdy too and you want to buy one. And she autographed mine. Want to see it? See? Okay. Next, I did buy a few things off eBay. One of which, some of this I've shared on my Instagram page. But the reason I got this one, it's called Gingerbread Roof Lines. It is très old, as in 1986. These are buildings from Waxahachie, Texas, which I've been to many a time. And I've probably seen each of these buildings. So they're not very large. They're very simple. And I just had to get it for nostalgia purposes. Then I also got, what was happening is this woman's mother, I guess, had died and had been an avid stitcher of all sorts of stuff, and so she was selling off her stuff. So I did restrain myself. But one of the things I did get, well, two of the things. Again, I know not when I'll do this, was I got this lovely memorabilia of a crystal Christmas. Isn't that pretty? And it came with not all, but some of the beading. But her mom had made notes about what was missing. So I thought that was delightful. And it's really pretty, and it's really pretty large, I think. I think it comes out to, it's 400 by 212. Yeah. But then, so here's the stuff that came, you know, the little treasures. But the other thing she had was Kreinik. So I got a whole little batch of Kreinik. Just to have, you know. So there's that. And then, I got this month's Sulky. It's from 3 Owl. I always forget the name. Anyway, it's like $20 a month, and you get sent 10 Sulkies, and I really like these. Like when I just, you know, I don't need like thick coverage. These are so nice. And it's just building my little supply little by little, and then I'll quit. Okay. And then, I don't know, for you that have thought, oh, maybe one day I'll do a Hade or something, a Heaven and Earth design. What I did is you can buy, through Heaven and Earth Design, a little packet, it's not very much, of different, other different fabrics, like Aida and the Easy Stitch and stuff like that. So you can try out what size you would like. So I thought that was a very clever idea, and I did, and I decided I like 25 count easy stitch. And then, which means, Tony, are you going to start a hate? Well, I might, because I got in on my Chinese CXC threads, and they're very pretty, and they are brighter. They are kind of bright. So, but I don't care. So, am I going to do a hate? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay. Which brings me to plans. What are your plans, Tony? Here's my plan. Okay, ready? Since I'm both a process and a finish stitcher, I think, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have some of both. I'm going to rotate them around. And I have a list. So I have my Sal. I'm going to try to keep up with it and not get behind again because it drives me nuts, because I want to finish on that one at the end of the day. My little Christmas reindeer, that's a process. I just enjoy stitching on it. I'm in no rush. My little goat from Modern Folk Embroidery, I'm doing for a friend for Christmas because she likes goats. That's a project. I mean, I gotta get that done. I have one of Liz's freebies that just, Liz Matthews, if you don't have her newsletter, you should get her newsletter because she sends out freebies, and I'll show you a picture of that here. So those are small. That's something I can get done and pretty easy and feel like I did something. I'm gonna start Autumn Bird by Satsuma Street, which I've had for over a year. And I had the material, it's 28 count. I don't know what I was thinking. But I have most of the threads, where I think there was 2 colors I didn't have. And if I get that done, you know, for autumn, that's fine. If I don't get it done, that's fine as well. And then, I think at some point, I will start the Hade. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I'm going to have to look at them. I'm going to see how far a full set of this will take me as far as kitting something up. But we'll see. So that's my plan. I'm thinking I'm just going to kind of rotate them every day. Like, you know, not necessarily, hey, it's Sunday, I'm going to stitch on my Hade. Because my life, I can't be that organized. But I'm thinking if I have 6 or 7, I rotate them every day. You know, some are faster than others to get done. I'm thinking the ones that are finished, you know, are easier to get done. That's my plan. I don't know how people handle more than that. I can't. I'm just determined I can't. It just makes me anxious. So, what else? Oh, if you are not doing so, go over to Instagram and join the hashtag Common Threaded Stitcher for August. It is hosted by Kia B, Tech Guy in the Hive, Hello from Liz Matthews, Almond M&M's, Snug Harbor, Pravs, Pam, you know, Pam, good enough stitching. What is it? Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. She knows who she is. And some other people that I can't remember, although I've typed their names so many times. And it's kind of like a question every day. You find out about people, and you don't have to have a floss tube to do it. You can just, you know, it's just to get to know people in the community of cross stitchers, and it's fun. We had a little bio of people, and we talked about their stitchy plays. You post a picture. Today it was about books, and it's going to go all through August, so it's 31 days. So you don't have to do it every day. There's not a rule. The community will not come and get you if you skip a day. But go do it. Go do it. You will find me under _Stubborn Stitcher. And that's where you see my stuff. But yeah, it's hashtag Common Threaded Stitcher. Okay. Life updates. There's not much. There's just not much. Hanging out. That's been it. It's kind of a fast one for me because I'm going to run out of battery any moment. So I will wrap this up and say, leave a comment, say hello, say what you've been doing. Tell me about your time, your frustrations. We'll have a little therapy session, and yeah, go find me on Instagram and all your other stitchy friends and find out what they've all been doing. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully I will have more updates a little sooner than later. Otherwise, please stay safe. I know it's just, and depending on where you are, it's maybe crazier or less crazy, but don't do any, try not to do anything stupid. Okay? Don't do stupid. I will teach you a proverb from the Bible that goes, the prudent man sees danger and takes cover, but, I have to stick your butt up. I used to teach little children this, but, no, wait, I said it wrong. Yes, no, that's right. The prudent man, sees danger and takes cover, but the foolish man keeps on going and suffers for it. So don't be foolish. Be prudent. And have a nice day. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and ring the bell and do the stuff and like this or don't like it. Apparently, YouTube doesn't care if you like it or don't like it. It's just those little thumbs. Make them happy. Go figure. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have. Have a great day. Bye.